glad you're here, number 0. We couldn't get...
I'll cover...
Affirmative.
Tracking coordinates. Tracking system activated. Switching to infiltration mode. En route to the nearest data processing facility. Research data from the bipedal walking unit's mobility enhancement project. Huh. It's been divided and encrypted separately. What a pain in the ass. There are 5 coordinates where the data may be located, all inside the production area. I'll have to hurry if I want to find it.
Number 0, I've uncovered an encrypted Vulgus troop production plan in the information I found. I'm decrypting it, but that will take time. Given how urgently we need it, should I ask Eckert to decrypt it?
No. Asking Eckert would require radio transmissions, which might reveal our location. Send it through to my Ps5. I'll decrypt it myself. Access code overclock. Code 0 activated. Initiating decryption. Production records 25% analyzed. Assets 80% analyzed. Test records 64% analyzed.
Wait, number 0. Function is...
Said you would refrain from using overclock code 0. As efficient as that code is, it puts pressure on your cerebral functions. You've experienced memory lapses as a direct result of it, correct? The last time you used it, you...
That's not a...
I apologize, but I am concerned for you. As your adjutant, I think I should be.
I promise.
Understood.
The data we analyzed made it clear that they were working on a project that is similar to the production of Alzarok. But it says the completed unit was inexplicably lost during transport to the Agna Desert. This part seems dubious. There are no updates to the report following that entry, so I'll need to go there and investigate. Whatever happened, we need to move faster than they do. What are you doing here, Kasanax?
That is an unduly... But first, let me make this very clear. I believe... It may have slipped your mind. If I... Well, anyway, the Agna... I memorized. The hideouts we use. It would not hurt.
I have more than a few doubts. But it's not a good idea. The smart thing to do...
Why don't you give me...
I'll go alone. With...
You have exhausted your body prosthetic. Your neural circuits are close to being overloaded. I can numb your pain receptors for now, if you wish, but...
No, I don't want that. I need to keep my neural activation levels high, and the pain keeps my senses sharp. Besides, if you numb my sense of pain, I won't be able to imagine the pain I'm going to inflict on those who made me what I am.
So very determined. As you wish. I will transmit the coordinates to your Aceive channel. As you know, I am one of the Vulgus' key targets. This means I am not permitted to roam as freely as I would like, so I will be returning to Albion. You will find the information you seek at the coordinates.
the director of the Prowler project was... Xanax.
From your coordinates, I assume you must have located the information. Once you've composed yourself, return to me. I will tell you everything. Why I led you there. Why I allowed you to unearth that information. Teaming up with me is the surest way to achieve. Do not glare at me with such murderous intent. I said I would tell you everything.
So quit stalling and tell me, why is your name on the Prowler project? You are the director? Why did you keep this from me all this time?
The Prowler project was one that I ran while I was with the Vulgus. Through it, I was able to make great progress with research into body prosthetic technology. I eventually succeeded in constructing the Prowler. But the Prowler I created killed elite members of Colon, and left you, their commander, in a terrible state. If you were in my place, could you have revealed this awful truth? Driven by guilt and a need to atone, I built you a state-of-the-art prosthetic body, using the expertise I gained from developing the Prowler. Once your body was ready, I applied the arcade drive technology. Thankfully, it has kept you alive up to this point. This fact remains, even if you resent me for everything that you uncover. Do not be angry, Sharen. I never meant to deceive you.
Xanax, if you truly felt sorry, you should have helped me get my revenge sooner. You thought these prosthetic implants could atone for what you did to me and my men? Are you kidding me?
Of course not. Which is why, Sharen, I will serve as bait to lure out the Prowler.
What?
As you know, I am an author as soon as I am seen.
So you're...
I have been... If this control, you will have your...
I don't need some stupid code to take down that bastard. I need to get started with the...
Calm yourself. Now that if you rush... If you I have all...
I don't know if it's the most appropriate time to tell you, Sharen, but I've finished analyzing the data I received from number...
The data that number 7... The Vulgus units in your battle simulations were based on...
Before we...
I'm merely a member. Aside from that, the technology... The arcade room... You are human.
But I can't... My body...
Number 0. Casenex has sent a message regarding the Legion of Immortality's control device.
I'll be right there.
Number 17, colon You're here. As you know, so they... Casenex, the zone...
There's not...
It's a shame that these encrypted vaults can only be opened by a descendant. I'm sorry that I can't be of more help.
Don't sweat it. Encrypted vaults are classified. They're designed to be detected only within a sieve.
Understood. Please contact me immediately if you need any help.
I stashed away. I will be so glad to have them back. I will be eagerly awaiting your return in Albion. I have no intention of getting in your way. Finally! Thank you for recovering these, Sharen. Now I can design the Legion of Immortality control code. However, the most it will...
Don't worry. I've staked everything on getting revenge. There's no turning back.
Ha! We will... Good to meet you. I'm Kusenax. Humans. How could they manage this? The fate of the Magisters...
HQ and the Descendants did what they had to do. What was best. Alpha made the decision to protect Albion and Ingress. I know that the Magisters have different opinions when it comes to the Ironhearts. But don't we have something more important to do right now, Kusenax? Now would be a good time to recover the source technology.
Yes. I will tell...
The location seems to be underground.
Judging by the look of the base, they were likely trying to smuggle the classified data out of the fortress to safety. If this is the case, you should check the underground air raid shelter. It may be more dangerous than the areas above ground. I was not wrong. They were in a hurry and did not manage to split the technical data as much as they wanted. It is likely that they intended to transport the other half of the data through the underground evacuation tunnel. I have traced the location where the data you acquired was stored. It appears to be not far from the heart of the fortress. The data that they sent the furthest away was what you have just acquired, so the remainder should be somewhere near the heart. Investigate the evacuation and data storage facilities around the heart of the fortress. Once we locate the other half of the data, it is only a matter of time before you and I both achieve our goals.
Xanax, I have the remaining technical data. I'll join you at your location.
Excellent news. I'll be waiting for you at the Aurora Forest Forward Base. Teaming up with me is the surest. All right. Add the... But Sharen, as you said...
I've been waiting for this moment. I'm ready.
Very well. I have no intention of getting in your way. I have finally... This... How...
Everything's...
Do you think to be effective, the best... But this all...
Are you sure?
Trust me. Just focus. It will not...
The time has finally come for you to take revenge. I will remain on standby near the sterile land just in case. Good luck, number 0.
Thank you, number 17. I'll return with news of my success. Over.
Good to meet you. I'm Xanax, a Magister affiliated with the Council, and the one responsible for developing the Arche Drive.
Number 0, please be careful. We have identified self-destruct units that exceed the standard power output that we calculated inside the lab. Use active camouflage to conceal yourself and avoid engagement. Even using our most conservative estimates, units are too powerful to withstand, unless you have a blaster you see like that.
Oh, looks like they've changed their anti-infiltration tactics. Thanks for the info, number 17.
Sharen, do you really believe we can make it to the network hub?
Of course we can. I've infiltrated this place many times. Don't worry about me, worry about yourself. If our target shows up before the control code is uploaded, you know what happens next, right?
We really are approaching the end. I am counting on you, Sharen.
Number 0, I picked up a brief response of a unit with Kuiper material of the same type as yours. There is a high probability it is the Prowler.
Sooner than expected. I better hurry and upload the code.
Something's not right. The Prowler responded too quickly. It can't just be targeting the Magister.
I guess Xanax must be a very valuable target to them. He's excellent bait.
Huh. I suppose we will find out soon enough.
Xanax will be arriving at the Vulgus network hub shortly. I need to know what to do after the control code is uploaded.
As soon as the code has finished uploading, all Legion of Immortality units in this facility will be under my control. However, high-ranking Prowler-type units have built-in protections against technological warfare. It will take some time for the code to activate. Prowler will probably attempt to escape in the meantime.
And that's my window to take it down. Got it.
Loading.
What was that? My body won't move.
Sharen, what's going on? Your receive signal is getting weaker. Sharen!
The Legion of Immortality control code is being activated. It is time to retrieve you, Sharen.
Xanax!
I told you. You and the Prowler share the same technological. This means you must also respond to the control code.
Why? Why me?
The ultimate goal of the Prowler Project is to turn arcade users into cyborgs. My predecessors left no safeguards in place when they awakened the inheritance of the descendants in humanity. As if they had forgotten how they were treated after giving Corell and the Vulgar's ultimate power. I did not want history to repeat itself for my species. We needed to have soldiers we could control. Powerful puppets which would follow our orders, gather key information, and take over leadership in times of emergency. And you were the perfect test subject, Sharen Julicia. After the time spent having my imperfect Prowler attack descendant candidates, and then implanting the archidrive in their bodies, I was able to create at last.
Bastard!
In a few moments, you will become a puppet that responds to my commands. Stay where you are and be patient, my Sharen.
Oh, damn you, Xanax! I'll kill you if it's the last thing I do.
Our chance.
Entering stealth state.
He said the Prowler-type units have built-in protections against technological warfare. If I stop the activation of the control code now, I might still have a chance. I need to find the nearest Vulgus terminal.
Her technological warfare protection should have lapsed by now. She's still with me. Is it her arcade? Well, no matter. With the control code, I will be able to manipulate future descendants as soon as they receive body prosthetic implants. Prowler, this is your final order. Capture Sharen. Be as forceful with her as you like. In fact, just as you were the day you removed her limbs. How does it feel to face your old enemy, Sharen? Just as before, I still have you in the palm of my hand. Prowler, subdue Sharen by the time I arrive. She will soon become the real you, so do not kill her. It does not matter. The control code has already been activated. Victory is mine.
Not yet. Not here, no. Snap out of it. Not until the pain did this to me. Pain.
It seems the control code has finally been activated. Yes, it has been a long time indeed. Get up, Sharen. Or should I call you Prowler now? Do you know how much time and effort it took to create you? No one will ever know. And that is most important, because going forward, you will be taking orders from someone that no one else will ever know about. Alpha has gone too far. Humanity needs to be controlled. Prowler. Eliminate Alpha and his staff and take over HQ. We are going to be busy, you and I. We'll lead humanity and take control of the Iron Hearts. Yes, with the next Iron Heart. You, what have you done?
If I focus on its prickly, throbbing ache, it reminds me that I'm not a powerful killing machine, but only a weak human being.
Damnation!
But that still has its advantages. Humans cannot be controlled by some code.
Damn it! My technology was fail-proof! My technology!
It's over. Sharen, I can imagine that you're not likely happy to see me right now, but could you allow me a moment? Sure. I have a lot of questions for you too, Anais. I'll be right there.
I have been informed of what happened, in full. I'm truly sorry about how everything turned out. I want you to know that this wasn't the collective will or the intention of every Magister, including myself. Ps5 acted alone in this matter. On behalf of the Magisters, I apologize. We never planned to use you in this way.
An apology isn't necessary, because I was able to learn the truth. And thanks to you, I remembered something I'd long forgotten. The reason I could withstand the Legion of Immortality control code, even though I was built with the same technology as the Prowler, wasn't because of my body prosthetic, or my RK. It was because of my human resolve. I realized that in every moment and every situation, it isn't my mechanical body that enables me to overcome a crisis. It is my own humanity, and my... That being said, it doesn't make the betrayal by the Magisters, no, by Ps5, any less painful. If you and the rest of the Magisters are truly sorry, then you can proceed with the ultimate project for me, Anais. I have 2 conditions. 1, it must be a body prosthetic that doesn't need to be maintained by the Magisters. I need a body that I can look after myself, just as a human takes care of their own body. 2, I must be able to feel pain. Complete the ultimate descendant project under those 2 conditions, and I'll accept your apology as being sincere. I did, back then, but I've changed my mind. Pain reminds me that I am human.
Huh. Yes, I see what you mean. It won't be easy, but it will be done.
Good. It's all over. I thought I'd feel a sense of release when I reached the end of my revenge journey, but I don't feel that at all. I feel the opposite. I don't have a goal to work toward anymore. I worked toward getting stronger so I could carry out my revenge. I endured it all solely for revenge. But I need to remember that this is only natural too. People lose their way all the time. You forget what life means and you have to work hard to find it again. It's painful, but it's proof that you're alive. Sadness, pain, and suffering, they're all part of life. This is just the end of the story of Sharen Julicia, who lived for revenge. Now I can start writing the story of Sharen Julicia, who lived in search of another purpose. I'll gladly face whatever ordeals come my way. My story will never end.